Yeah, I think what my impression of college was like what you said earlier, like it used to be a bunch of rich people that had extra money and they just wanted to learn some stuff. And it was only for a select small group of people. Well, I think what happened was is that everybody, wanted to be part of the club.
Yeah.
So like college has this sort of connotation where it's it's like a luxury good. Like like you could go to a technical school, but people don't look at it the same as if, you know, as like going to college. So yeah, I think what happened was is that everybody wanted to get that prestige, so that everybody wanted to go to college because they wanted to be part of those people, but not everybody had the money or the extra time. And then there's also the component of getting a job after, which was kind of like it's sort of like they molded the two. Like they molded the technical aspect. They're trying to combine it with like an upper class activity, but you can't because by definition, I mean the original university was like another upper class activity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's true. And college professors, if they're asked about this, they will typically tend to say, "Yeah, well, of course, we expect from our students they have to apply themselves a little bit, right? They have to be self-responsible enough to look for an actual work that they can do." But you know, if it's like that, if then what's the value of college with the internet coming up? There's a web page from a blog. It's called Uncouth Reflections. One of my favorite blog posts they have. It's called "Don't Go to College, Create Your Own for $4,000," and they basically have the entire canon of literature and history of the
Mm-hmm.
Western world. I'm sure you can expand it about the Eastern world as well. Basically, have a bunch of 100, 200 books that you can all get for an average of $20 per book, and then you read that while like in your free time. That is better than, I mean, you don't need to pay $20,000 per semester for basically learning to read these books. And the greater perspective here is that of course you don't need many of these liberal arts colleges really, if you can really, if the college professors expect from you to apply yourself and have own initiative, why would you even need to go to college? Then just download those books. Some are even for free. Download the PDF, read it. Nicomachean Ethics by Aristotle. I have it as a PDF on my computer. I just downloaded it somewhere. I don't even need to spend money on this fundamental work of the Western canon. I don't need to spend $5,000 per month to have a college professor remind me that I should still read that book, right?
Right.
So what really is the value of a college then? And brings us to a second point, um, because even rich people 20 years ago, even rich kids could read Homer, yeah, Homer Simpson, no, Homer in their free time, right? They didn't need to go to college either. So why were they going there? To make connections, right? So those came from rich families, and they just wanted to network. Basically, that's what lots of the Ivies are still about: networking.
Well, I guess
That's the
part of it
main
is
benefit.
networking, making
Yeah,
friends, but also like you read the book, but then you're just in a vacuum, right? Like I guess the idea is you want to talk to someone else who's also read the book, and then you can kind of like, amongst the two of you trade ideas, right? I mean, that's the idea behind going to college when there's other people, right? I mean, that's the key, I guess. So you're just paying for the connections with other humans.